Tennessee Junior Qualifying Tennis Tournament on the way right around the corner, and this benefits an excellent cause, the Sean Karl Foundation. Andrew Rogers, who is the tournament director, sitting on the far side of the stage here. In between, we have Lori Karl and Andrew Karl, Sean's mom and dad. Good morning to all. All right, tell us a little bit, first of all, before we get into the nuts and bolts of the tournament, a little bit about Sean himself.
So Sean grew up just like any other child, played lots of sports, loved hockey, loved tennis, and got into, later in life, really got into the tennis, and he won this tournament a couple times growing up. He became the #1 ranked junior tennis player, 16 and under in the country.
Wow.
He was actually starting to play some pro tennis tournaments at the lower levels. And so he had a normal upbringing. He played high school tennis for Ravenwood High School up in Williamson County. Won the state championship 3 consecutive years.
All right, I'm going to shift over to Lori for a moment. What ultimately claimed Sean's life was Ewing sarcoma, correct?
That's correct.
How old was he when he was diagnosed?
So it was his senior year. He was getting ready to go to the University of Tennessee. He was actually going to redshirt and start in January. In November of his senior year, he started having some back aches.
Right.
And being an athlete, he wasn't a complainer.
Yeah, you kind of expect that.
Exactly. So we attributed it to a forehand, serving, stress on the back. So we just kind of asked him to push through it a little bit. We had it checked out, nothing. And it wasn't until the pain became very severe that we had an MRI done, and Ewing sarcoma was the diagnosis.
What goes through your mind as parents when you hear something like that?
Lots of things, but obviously it was a very emotional time for all of us.
What went through Sean's mind?
I think Sean, being the athlete that he was, I think he was very conditioned to push through and very conditioned to rise above. So I think he automatically kind of got in fight mentality.
Yeah.
Like, I've done this before.
Sure.
I have overcome odds. I've overcome adversity. I can do this.
We're sorry for your loss. As
Thank
parents,
you.
that's the worst thing you can hear about
It
your
is.
kids or your grandkids. My condolences to you both. Andrew, you're sort of coordinating this tournament that's going to benefit the Sean Karl Foundation. You got some pretty high-hitting players coming in from across the country.
Yeah, we've kind of decided something we would like to focus on is kind of Sean being one of the premier players coming out of the state of Tennessee in a number of years. We kind of thought that the pride of Tennessee would have a nice correlation to link to this event. This is a qualifying event. It's one of the premier events in the state of Tennessee, junior events. So we thought it would be a natural fit to kind of link this tournament with their foundation and bring some of the top players that have ever been involved with tennis in Tennessee.
Yeah. How many years has this tournament been going on?
In Chattanooga, it's been here for 10 years now. This is our 10th year.
Wow.
So, so we're excited about it again this year. It's going to be a great event.
How can folks get involved, even if they're not tennis players, but certainly a lot of folks are sympathetic to the Ewing sarcoma, and of course to parents like you who have lost a child. How can they get involved and help?
So we are starting the event on June the 1st, and the foundation is sponsoring several events during the tennis tournament.
Right.
The first one is on Thursday, June the 1st, from 2 to 4. We are having a tennis clinic, and anyone can come, whether you're an adult, a child, a tournament player.
And you have several days of tennis-related activities.
That's
We're going to
right.
have you all back here on Let's Chat and on News 12 this morning and talk a little bit more about that as we get closer to time. Andrew, Lori, Mike, pleasure meeting you all. We hope you raise more money this year than you ever have before. Hope more folks turn out. If you want more information on the Sean Karl Foundation and how you can take part in the Pride of Tennessee Junior Qualifier events, check it out at tennislink.usta.com. Stay with us. We're back with more of Let's Chat right after this.